Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Let's give it a second for everyone to hop in here. All right. What is going on, everyone? So, happy Wednesday. Been a great week so far, so let's keep it up. Yep, been absolutely crushing it. All right, less plays, higher quality plays, less time at the screen, which is the most important. Appreciate it. I think the best thing is creating a schedule, right? I trade from 9:30 to 10:30 and then now 2 to 4. Right? So it really is, the best times to trade, right? Not having to worry about, missing a play or something in the middle of the day is really great for you guys. So let's go over a few setups that I have in mind today. First, let's take a look at SPY. Been on an absolute tear. Pretty much even here in pre-market, up 0.06%. Excuse me. We kind of have a double top here from yesterday. All right, I'll zoom in a bit. I have to go all the way down to the 3 minute just to get a good look here. Right, yesterday we rejected 454.85 and we rejected it again perfectly, 454.85. Right, so we have a double top here and we're sitting at right below that resistance here in pre-market. So, we've been seeing higher and higher lows, right? Market's just been chugging away to the upside, right? If this breaks out and pushes through, most likely we're going to see, another trend day. All right, let's take a look at the daily here to see, where we're at resistance wise. All right, so 454.85, which we broke through this previous resistance, which was 454.05. So we closed over that, right? So that's important. Next, we have, looks like this resistance would be next, which is around 455.4. All right, and then the next kind of big level we have is around 456 or so. So right around that region there. So, we can just continue this push up. We really could. Other than that, there's really no setup though, regarding a flag or anything like that. Qs, let's take a look. Same thing really. All right, if we go to the daily, we have this previous support at 387.53. So if we break through that, I do like tech here to around 390. Okay, if anyone has any questions at any point, please let me know. Okay. Yeah, looks pretty good. So if we zoom in a little bit, there's really no coil or anything. Can't really, find a setup like that. But if we break through this, we should break through 387.53 and then we should test 390. It's up simple. So that's that for SPY and SPX. I mean, SPY and QQQ. So one of my top setups this morning is going to be Google, right? We have this base that we formed. We broke out. We pushed through. We kind of tested this previous support as a new resistance. And then we pulled back a little bit, kind of created this little flag. If we zoom in on a smaller time frame, I'm sure it's a flag. So I can delete that for now. But my entry is through 124.41, right? This resistance, if we can break through this level, we should push up, right? We should see a move to around 125.18. And then I'm going to look for a move all the way to the highs here, 126.7 or so. Right, so this would be the stop loss. Actually, if I take an entry here, my stop loss is probably going to be below this low. Or even we can use this low, right? That we can use that as a stop loss. Right, so there's the stop loss there. Okay. Rivian. Rivian is on the watch list again, up 2.6% here pre-market. We formed a very nice base here, right? Previous support. Huge breakthrough yesterday. little pullback, right? Little zigzag ABC or so, and kind of created that flag formation, right? Something like that. All right, little falling wedge. But now we're breaking through here pre-market, right? This previous resistance was going to be my entry, but we're above in pre-market. So we'll just see how it reacts. But if we can hold this green line at 25.28, we're going to see a move to 25.8, and then we're going to see a move to the highs here of 26.6. Okay. If everyone could just take a second and drop a like on the video, I would really appreciate it. So Rivian next on the watch list. BABA. Wow. BABA's up 2.6% here pre-market. I was looking at this yesterday at close, but didn't want to swing, right? Anytime you swing, it's definitely risky. But we had, this was a great setup. Already missed the move. It's fine. Not going to really trade it today now. Right. Very tight price action. Sorry, coil gets tighter and tighter. We have this previous support, right? And it breaks out, gaps up, and now we are sitting at my price target. So off the watch list for today, but great setup. And it's just, always good to see how setups end up playing out. And, this one worked out perfectly. Hey, Diane. Let's take a look at everything else. We can remove all this, redo it. So Apple, right? First things first, we have this resistance, 194.48. This resistance from June 30th, right? And we acted as resistance again and again. So I'm going to set an alert at this level. We could break through that today. We definitely can see continuation, but we're opening pretty flat here, right? We're opening down, right? It's red. So if this rejects again, a short opportunity kind of looks pretty solid. So we'll keep an eye there. Just going to look for a clean level of support below. This is the one that I would draw out first. Either that or this zone here. We can use both of them, right? We kind of have this previous resistance, which acted as a support, or we can do this resistance, which was a support here, right? So you could do either of them. Amazing. So that's the setup for Apple. It kind of is like a inverse head and shoulders a little bit, right? Left shoulder, head, potential right shoulder. Right here's like the neckline. So, this could definitely see continuation through this green line here, 194.48. We'll definitely see a continuation move. We are at the highs though. So again, it's tough to play highs, but look at this chart, right? It's just been non-stop of this breaking every single resistance. Again, guys, I'm just going through my watch list. Gonna just make sure this is what I do every single morning, right? I'm not just, going through predetermined tickers. I'm going through a watch list to create a watch list for myself, right? So you could see what it looks like of how I create a watch list. This is what I do. It takes me about 10 minutes in the morning if I wasn't streaming. And that's it, right? I create a plan and I execute the plan if it, plays out. So Square, no setup here. Moving on to the next one. Okay. Microsoft, we had an insane move yesterday, right? Previous resistance acted as support, right? Created a double bottom flag and broke out, right? And some people are going to say, oh, it was a catalyst. Catalyst, a lot of the time, tend to happen as soon as there's a flag break. I'm telling you, I've seen it a million times, and it's going to happen a million times more, right? I remember I traded Tesla a few years ago when they first announced their split. There was a perfect flag break, and calls ended up going up like 15,000%. It was ridiculous, and it was all just because of a flag break. And then people are like, "Oh, it's a catalyst." Well, of course, the catalyst helps, but I got in before the catalyst was announced. I got my coffee, feeling good. So no setup there for Microsoft today, though, right? There's no coil or any kind of setup. Tesla's just sitting at the highs. There's really no setup there as well. Netflix is just chugging along. Seeing some upside, right? We have this huge gap to be filled, right? Could play continuation there, but again, not my strategy. AMD is up 2.2% here pre-market. Yes, I will take a look at coin. You don't need to ask me 35 times. It's on my watch list. You see it here, and I'm going to get there. So, AMD up 2.2% here pre-market, right? We had this consolidation, higher lows, lower highs, started to break out end of day. Really like that setup, was mentioning that in the Discord. Next resistance is this 122.12, right? If this breaks, then we should see a move up to around 125, which is this previous resistance, right? Rejected once, rejected again here, and so on. I see everyone's comments. Don't you guys worry. I see all your comments. So regarding a setup for today, you know, the risk to reward's kind of gone, right? I like to play right as soon as we start to break out. So the risk to reward's the best, right? Stop loss should be below, price target all the way up here, but we're opening up 2.5% now. So, you know, it's not really that valid. Yeah, Tesla does have earnings today. So definitely need to watch that. So is Netflix. So big day there. Nvidia, same thing as AMD, you know, no risk to reward as well. Amazon, let's take a look. Right, so I mean, we could draw it like this. Very choppy chart, not really the best. We do have multiple resistances here, which acted as a support, right? Resistance, 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 acted as a support. Right, always like to see that. So that's the first base, or the first step. Right, then we have kind of this pattern. You know, we could use 133.86 as an entry point for a move to the upside. We'll keep an eye on it. I'll move this up a little bit. Looks pretty decent. I'll set an alert here as well at 133.86. And then this is a resistance above at 134. And then we have that resistance at the top there. Right, if I scroll back, let's see, you got any big levels here, right? So look, we have this big support, this support, this support. So, you know, a bunch of important levels there. Let's draw this out. So yeah, if that green line can break through, we should see a nice push. I definitely do like that. Amazon looks pretty solid. Coin. All right, let's take a look at coin again. All right, so we have a pretty solid chart. Remove these lines now. All right, so coin. All right, we kind of have these higher lows, lower highs. Great, solid, big flag. This previous resistance acted as resistance again. Could definitely look for an entry at the break of this 109.4 level for a move to the highs, right? So we'll move this up to the top of the watch list as well. Looks very solid. BABA is already done, so we can move that out of the way. Coin looks solid, right? If I take an entry here, stop loss is going to be somewhere below. Price target at the top here. And Meta, right? Higher lows, lower highs, pushing this resistance towards the top here, right? You definitely can take an entry through there. 314.2. Oops, click the wrong one. 316.24 is the resistance above, and then we have, I think, an all-time high break. Nope, not an all-time high break. It's been a bit since we've, you know, been to this zone. Biggest support and resistance. We have a big resistance there, right? Rejected once, twice, was a support. That's probably the biggest level I see here. Maybe this one. Right, support, support, support. So 322.7 resistance above. And that's that. Meta looks pretty solid. We can move that up a bit too. All right, so now we got our watch list. Google. We got Google, Rivian, Coin, Apple moving down a bit. Market looks pretty strong. Amazon and Meta. Right, so just like that, 15 minutes to create a watch list. It's all it takes every single morning. It shouldn't take much longer, right? Create a list of tickers and go through them every single morning, every single night. Delete your charts, redo them. Make sure you understand the charts, right? Create an entry point, a stop loss, and a price target. You could see what I do here, right? I have my entry point. Stop loss would be right below here, right there below. And price targets above, right? First price target, I'm going to start to scale out here, reduce my exposure to the market, make sure I'm not giving back any gains that, I shouldn't be, and then let the runners take themselves up to the top here. Right? It's the same setup over and over and over again. If everyone could drop a like on the video, that would be fantastic. We should have over 100. Carvana. Yeah, Carvana's up a ton here, pre-market. They had earnings though. So when you could see the screen, oh, you can't see the screen. You're just listening, I'm assuming. Got my coffee. Hopefully everyone's got theirs. Amazon looks really good, honestly. Like this could definitely go today. Why I like it so much, we had this huge resistance, which acted as support now. And then we created this little support here, and we're kind of bouncing off of it now, right? It's probably not going to break that, right? We have this resistance that is acting as a support, huge level, right? Even take a look at the volume profile, lines up perfectly, right? Which this is just volume by price. So it makes sense that's the highest here because it's where the most candles are. So this definitely looks solid. I'm going to move this up to the top along with Google, Rivian, Coin already broke through. No, it didn't. Meta is sitting at the high. Let's go back through one more time. Take a look at SPY. Yes, SPY is sitting at resistance. So we definitely might have some good setups today. Some good plays. Today is Wednesday. I really don't like trading Wednesdays. It's typically more choppy. It's always more choppy. So definitely get in a play, get out, right? Take the afternoon off as usual and come back for power hour if there's anything going on. But Amazon's top watch, I think. Post that in the Discord. $133.86 is the entry. 132.67 would be the stop loss. Price target would be the yellow lines. Okay. Okay, there is that. So, any last minute questions before I hop out of here and go into the Zoom sessions with the VIP members? I also do want to grab a drink quick, so any last minute questions? Okay. Appreciate everyone stopping by. For YouTubers, I will see you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. For everyone else, I'll see you guys in Zoom in about 5 to